So yesterday morning, well, no, yesterday evening, because you know what I was doing yesterday morning. Yesterday evening, I went to help out a friend. Buddy Cuddy lives right down the road. He's getting close to finalizing his property, needs to get the inspection done, so on and so forth. He asked me to come over, so we knocked out a ton of the trim. We got almost all of the trim done except for the bathroom. And I was only over there for 2, maybe 3 hours. But man, I was sore. I used to be able to go in and, work 8, 9 hours plus at doing construction, just all day long. I guess that's the difference between when you're, 25 and when you're 50. So, yeah, it kind of sucked. But we got a little bit more to do, but I have work and everything, so there's very limited time I can help them. But we'll get through it. But today we are on to the gym for leg day. Now, I say that hesitantly. Obviously, still recovering. I start actual physical therapy next week. But I want to get like some squats in, some deadlifts in, to just mainly focus on stretching out those muscles. So, to be able to get loosened up, to start working those muscles, to start bringing them back into the mix and into the fold. And then, once I get into the physical therapy, hopefully, break up that scar tissue and get everything working a little bit better. Actually, hopefully a lot bit better. I am sore from yesterday's workout. We went pretty heavy on the back and back and triceps, and my back's a little bit tight today, but it works. So we'll see what happens. But then today we're doing legs and shoulders. Obviously, we'll go a little bit nuts, not too nuts on the shoulders because my shoulders are sore. I hit them kind of hard yesterday. Well, with the cardio exercises, by hitting those shoulders pretty heavy, they ended up to be nice and sore by the end of the day. Have you ever taken a detour and thought to yourself, shit, I'm getting rid of these bottles today too, and thought, shit, maybe it wasn't shorter than just waiting for them to give me the... Anyway. Yeah. So I'm focusing on 2 exercises, really, per body part, per workout session. So like I said, chest fly, or bench press fly, lat pull down, seated rows. And I'm keeping them basic. I'm doing the simple workouts. And I don't want to say simple, but the basic workouts that are going to build muscle. And I know I've talked about this. I was watching some of these things that I'm like, holy shit, what are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? They're absolutely these complex 4 type range movements. And there are some that I do just because yeah, why not? But for the most part, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do the same thing for a long time. I know that I've gotten bored, that I've skipped around, and I may modify them a little bit. I may switch my low incline bench to the decline, or my low incline bench to a dumbbell low incline, and my high incline, I may throw in some strength exercises. I may fuck around with the rep ranges. When I go into my bulk, I'm probably going to go on a much lower rep range, shooting for 12 sets. I'll probably do some more strength work while I'm in there as well, throw some actual strength in there when I start. Might throw in something weird like deadlifts, whatever. But I'll throw some extra exercises in there. But for the most part, they're all basic exercises. There's stuff that you can do literally at your house without any extra equipment. I mean, except for maybe the cable stuff. But there's a way you could modify that stuff. Instead of doing cable rear delt flies, you can just do incline rear cable delt flies. Bend over cable, or bend over cable flies, or whatever, you know. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get around it. But these are the basic exercises, and those are what I'm doing. Those are what I'm focusing on. And if you're just getting back into working out, or if you're older, like me, you don't need complex movements for fucking working your joints in all different ways and them just falling apart and you fucking hating yourself at the end of the day. You want to do something that's sustainable, just like your diet. It's got to be sustainable, or you're never going to follow it. So, all right, just pulled into the gym, and I realize my inches are like getting a little bit longer. I hope I'm not boring people, because I'm kind of a boring person. But I'll check you guys out in the gym. See you in a minute. All right, so Smith machine squats. Reason I'm doing this, one, weight is light. I have an easy way to bail out if I need to. Again, I'm just doing this like fucking nominal just to see how much stretch, even just free weight stretch. I wasn't going too far down. So I'll do a few of these. I'm not going to do the 20 reps. I'm not going to do drop sets. I'm not going to do anything. This is just getting those fucking legs working again, getting those moving, keeping the strength up, because I'm finding that I'm losing muscle mass, I'm losing strength. It's hard for me to get through a 6-hour shift at work, let alone, you know, when I start working, you know, 8-10 hours a day at work. Like I said, so simple, easy start. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, so not a ton of depth, but, and I only did 6 of them. But we're going to move on and do some RDLs. Again, just the bar. See how that works. All right, so RDLs. I'm going to go a little bit more than shoulder width apart on the grip. Hinging at the hip, so you push the butt back. A little bit of bend in the knee, and that's it. Holy cow, those hamstrings are tight. I think 10 of those starters will be enough. I'll see you back here in a few sets. All right, so last set, and these aren't feeling all that great, but again, just starting to get those muscles moving again, putting some weight on them, slowly strengthen them, get them back to where they used to be. Not that my legs were anything massive, but maybe this will help me get them to that point. So, all right, last set. Again, definitely could be better, but that's going to come with time, so no complaints here. All right, and for the last round, like these, the RDLs are definitely easier than the squats on the legs, but it feels really good in that hamstring. And from what I was looking at for the rehab, RDLs, glute and hamstring focus exercises are really key. So. probably all my legs are going to be able to stand. So we're going to move on, crush some shoulders, and keep going forward. All right, so now that those pesky legs are out of the way, we're going into cable lateral raises. And we're going to superset those with rear delt raises using handles, neutral grip. Those, not gonna lie, kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I mean, the shoulders are a little bit sore still from yesterday's workout on the bike with all the extracurricular deltoid exercises, the front and rear sides. But it is what it is. Those delts can recover very quickly. Maybe mine haven't recovered fully, but getting in some good work with them regardless. Delts are on fire. 4 more sets to go. See you back here in a minute. Well, we're on to the last round. And I don't have a ton of weight on the side lateral raises. 10 pounds for the top set, 5 pounds for the bottom set. It's just amazing how a little weight goes a long way. Especially on the 5 pound, because I'm getting a failure up towards the end. And those last few rests, even though they're partials, probably feel the most burn. Just getting that extra work, that extra little in your workout. It fucking hurts, but it feels great all at the same time. So with the rear delts, I do have more strength. So we're doing 10 on the upper, 20 on the upper, 10 on the lower. Because it's hitting the rear delts, but it also, you know, gets a little bit of those traps or onboards as well. And I try to keep the triceps out of it as much as possible by pulling straight across as opposed to like kind of arcing it back. So I'm pulling out, keeping those arms as locked as possible to minimize tricep induction into the workout, if you will. close next week. Well, fuck. My shoulders are fucking torched, but we're gonna hit some 45-degree raises and some front raises. Because, you know, why not? All right, so we're going to do 45-degree lateral raises, supersetted with front raises, plate front raises. Now I'm only doing 25 pounds of front plate raises and straight 20. I'm not going to do a drop set on those. Just to get back into those, get a little bit of exercise on the shoulders, because as I've said time and time again, I'm sure I'm beating the fuck out of this dead horse, is I want to do the shoulders. So that's why I'm doing a little bit more work on my shoulders than I am other things. My back's coming along nicely, my chest is progressing, I'm progressing, my delts I'm fucking not happy with. So, can't remember how well I did on these last week, but I guess we're going to find out here. So far, not too bad. We'll be able to see if we can keep those up for 5 sets though. And then we'll see how well this goes over. Oh, fuck. It was burning like a motherfucker. Guess I'm not too used to it. But, I'll see you back here in a few sets. Hopefully I'm not dead. All right, so we're at the last set. I don't know if I'm going to increase weights at all next week, because I'm definitely feeling these right now. I'm trying not to let them hit the legs, so I'm keeping tension on it the whole time. And so far that's pretty fucking easy. But then when I finish off, because the 45, they hit the sides and front delt, you know, really emphasizing those muscles that surround the supraspinatus, which I've had a lot of issues with. So that's why I continually do those. And that's it for today. I'm not doing cardio because of the leg work. My legs are a little bit sore, even just from that. I've been limping a little bit. So, some wise man once said no cardio on leg day. I want to take the advice. I did the cardio beforehand anyway. I won't do any post-workout cardio. All right, so I just done that entire workout. Some good little nectars of nuggets of wisdom. There we go. I was thinking of a fucking really delicious beer called Nugget Nectar, but that's not it. And unfortunately, because I was just fucking not even close to paying attention, I did not have my mic on, so sound quality might be absolute shit. Thankfully, wasn't a ton of people in there, and I was talking clearly, and fucking construction equipment all over the place, but they got asphalt down, which means maybe a parking lot here soon. I'm so excited about that. They got it like paved all the way across. I don't think that section over there will be. Anyway, so my apologies. I'm going to do a little clip saying I'm a fucking retard. Excuse me, that's not proper. I'm a fucking idiot. And I did not hit the mic up. So, it is what it is. Great workout, great shoulder workout. Got a little bit of work on the legs. Had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, so really stoked to start working the legs again. I'm going to take a couple days off before I get back into legs again. And then go from there. I have some Marines coming over to help me dig some holes. Got a lead on the post hole digger. So, kind of stoked about that. Going to get a couple of pieces of equipment, go up there and get some fucking steaks and some corn and treat these guys to, fucking real meal just for fucking helping me out. It's really, and I'm cussing a lot. My pre-workout's kind of kicking in. I did a double dose today, which I've been doing lately. First form, megawatt, 2 scoops, 12 ounces of water, give or take. And it's an absolute game changer for me. Gets me going in the morning, even if I'm a little bit groggy. But like I said, we have overdone it just a little bit. And, yeah, so, man, just walked all this way down here. And it's been one of those days I've been forgetting everything. So, I thought I forgot my keys, but nope, got those. Yeah, I'm a little bit jittery right now, so screw that. We're done. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, my apologies for the audio.